I'm Dr. Rahini, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Management Studies, Bishop Weber College, Tiruchirappalli. I'm also a freelancer in the event management industry for the last 20 years, doing a lot of events and getting experience and exposure through all the events which I came across. Now I'm going to share few of my experiences along with the content of identifying potential sponsors in this video. The topic we are going to discuss is identifying sponsorship for events. How to identify the sponsors, how to get sponsorship, what are all the methods available to choose a sponsor, who will be your potential sponsors. These are all the topics we can discuss in this particular video. But as a event management students, we should be very careful and cautious while you are meeting your sponsors. First and the foremost step, you cannot go and ask everybody for the sponsor. Whom to approach, how to approach, when to approach is the basic criteria to identify the sponsor. When you're going for the first time or second time or repeatedly, a businessman or a big company will never give you sponsors. It will take a lengthy process or it may be a long time process to get a sponsor. How to identify such type of potential sponsors is the topic we are going to discuss. Learning objectives. Who are the clients or who are the sponsors? How do clients sponsor events? How do you decide on appropriate sponsorship? Identifying the sponsorship, and then to identify the sponsorship, how we are going to apply the Siddharth-Willey criteria as proposed by Crompton in the year 1993. So these are all the learning objectives which we are going to see in this particular episode. Who are all the clients or who are all called as sponsors? Clients are those people, they may be individuals or they may be groups or they may be organization. What is an event? This you might have been come across in so many episodes, but just I'm giving a glimpse of it. According to McDonnell et al. In 1999, sponsorship is a commercial contract in which the event promises to deliver certain benefits and rights to the sponsor in return for cash or and services in kind. Now let's look into the sponsorship. Who are all the parties involved or who are all the people involved in this entire process? There are three people or three groups we are going to concentrate. Number one is the sponsor. Sponsor is the person who is doing the business investment, and sponsees or the event management companies or the people those who are taking the job. And then the third one is the target audience. For them, for those people only we are conducting the events. They are the target groups. How do you decide appropriate sponsorship? You cannot go and ask everybody, those who are having a business or those who are having some other promotional aspects or they are spending more on advertisement. You cannot go and ask each and everybody for a sponsor. Sometimes it's very embarrassing for the company to talk about the sponsorship to certain type of people. But unfortunately, people those who are very rich and a company may have a very wide bandwidth may not be willing to sponsor any events. But a company who may be a loss-making company or a startup, they may be willing to give sponsorship. How to identify it? How do you decide on appropriate sponsorship? Number one is obtaining sponsorship is a time-consuming process, and the first day if you're going and the people are welcoming you and asking you to sit and giving the money is a nightmare. It's not at all possible. could be the damaging to your ego. Sometimes they may ask you to wait for hours together, you have to wait outside politely. They may be simply sitting inside and they may be having chit chat with their friends, but they are not calling us inside. But it is not to be the case that we have to leave everything and we should have our ego. Why should we wait? You should not have all these egos, but you have to wait because we are going to meet our sponsor. If there is refusal from the sponsor, please don't regret for that. Say with a wholehearted smile, thank you sir, next time please try to sponsor us. So that should be your word and you should not show any anger to them. If an event, how do you decide on the appropriate sponsorship? The next is that if an event cannot offer a sponsor appropriate benefits, then a donation to the event may be appropriate. Some of the very big companies or some of the business people may not be willing to sponsor, or they may not be in a ready-made position to accept your offers for certain type of publicity, but they may be willing to give some meager amount of donation, and that at least we must get it and we must be happy with that. A donation is actually a philanthropy with no obligation for benefits to be given in return. We should be very clear that we are not committing anything to them, just they are giving us donation to conduct the event. We should be happy in that. For example, if you are going to conduct some events for a charitable institution or for some noble cause, you cannot expect everybody to sponsor. Sometimes they want to give something free of cost to the people. They will be doing some philanthropy or some donations to that particular NGO. They don't want any publicity or they don't want any return from those type of things. So those type of sponsorship also should be taken care of. For an event to be suitable for sponsorship, we must, before going and meeting the particular client or the sponsor, we should be very careful whether this particular sponsorship is suitable for them, whether we can address that to that particular company or to the brand. Does the event have some benefits that can be offered to the potential sponsor? By doing the sponsorship, what is the beneficial aspects which a brand can achieve through this event? Does the target audience approve of commercial sponsorship? I can give you an example. If the company is suitable for sponsoring the event or not should be verified. For example, it won't be right for a tobacco or a liquor company to sponsor an event for teenagers. Almost it is prohibited, and it is not to be a good ethical point in asking them to sponsor for those type of events or any events. Is the event company equipped with people who have expertise and time to construct sponsorship packages? That should be verified. Then does the event have a policy on sponsorship? Some companies don't have a policy at all to sponsor for any events. In that case, simply we cannot go and wait outside, and you cannot have a chit chat with the people, and you may not be expecting for other mails or backgrounds or further talks or negotiations. There is no point in that, because the policy of the company is not to give sponsorship at all. They may be giving a certain type of philanthropy or donation, but they will never give sponsorship. That may be a company policy. In that case, you cannot waste your time. A sponsorship policy should highlight what all the event organizations can and cannot do in terms of attracting and delivering sponsorship benefits. Once the above questions are answered in positive way, you may go ahead to obtain a particular sponsorship. Certain companies will sponsor only for a particular type of event, like educational event or for a public sanitation event. They will not sponsor for any entertainment event. In those cases, we should be very careful. Depends upon the policy, we should go and approach the sponsor. Sponsor what they are expecting from you, or what is the need or what is the benefit which they are going to get out of sponsorship. You should have a clear picture about that, and you should explain to the sponsor. Number one is the image. Every sponsor want an image for their product, for their company, for themselves. So that is the first point. You should keep it in your mind as a event management company, and as a person who is going to sponsor. In both the sides, image is very much important. The next one is the awareness. Sometimes the company, they want to create awareness in the market about their new arrivals or new products or usage of the product, utility of the product or variety of products. In that case, they want to give sponsorship. Then associations with the people. Some company will have a policy to have always association with Confederation of Indian Industries or MMA or certain organizations like that. So in that case, if they are conducting some event, these people are willing to sponsor to create a good rapport with these type of associations. Then increase sales. The ultimate goal of all the sponsors is to increase their sales nationally, locally, globally. So their main focus on all type of sponsor is nothing but improve the sales or increase the sales. Then the next point is the new client. What the new clients will do in that? They want to get new clients through these type of events or the campaigns what the event management company is going to run. They want to get more new what you can say that franchisor, or you want a new group of wholesalers, or you want to get a new type of outlets or a big bulk buyer they may have been. These are all some of the events which they are expecting, or they are expecting new clients through these events. They may be asking us to prepare a stall for them, and in that they will be displaying their new arrivals and try to give franchisee through that. These type of events should be taken care. Then about a target reach. So target reach is who are all the people going to witness your show, or who are all the people going to come for the particular event. That must be the reach. 10,000 people, 5,000 people, or educationalist. In spite of all these things, sometimes people may not be willing to sponsor, but that is not an issue. You have to proceed with that. Then next focus is on media coverage. Initially, if you are going and meeting a person for a sponsor, you will ask in which television or in which show our logo is going to come, our brand is going to come. This is what the question. Who is the celebrity going to come? How the show will be? Who is going to cover it? These are all the questions they will ask you. You should be ready to answer for all those things. They want maximum coverage globally. A role of event manager. As an event manager, you should try to identify what the sponsors want from the event. Whether they want the brand image, they want the awareness, or they want a new client, or what they want. That should be identified by a new event manager or any event manager who is going and attending the sponsor. And the next point is what the event can deliver for them. What the event can deliver for them? The event can deliver a good potential sales, or it may give a platform for them to compete globally. All these points should be taken care of. Identifying sponsorship. A good way to identify potential sponsors for the events is analyze their event using the following criteria, which was proposed by Crampton in the year 1993 through a memorable acronym of CEDAR EEE, which summarizes the screening process that businesses use when evaluating sponsorship proposals. What is CEDAR EEE? Customer audience, exposure potential or the reach, distribution channel audience support, competitive advantage, resource investment required, event organization reputation, events characteristics, and then entertainment and hospitality opportunities. Customer audience. Here you need to consider if the demographic, attitudinal, cultural and lifestyle profile of the target audience is the same as what the product market is mean for. Is sponsor for this event the best way to communicate about the product of the target audience? Exposure potential. Exposure potential, that means that you have to understand the exposure potential by asking the following questions. Number one is that what will be the inherent news or new values of the event which you are going to give it to the sponsor. Will the extended print and broadcast coverage and be the local, regional, national, what you are going to do for them? Will the geographical scope, the media cover the product sales area? That should be answered. And then will the promotional material be used, and will the product name and the logo be identified on promotional materials such as in events, posters, like teacups or stationery items, etc., like t-shirts, their point of sale displays on tickets, press release, television, radio and print advertisements in various publications, and how many of this you are going to provide for them, how you are going to provide for them. Can the event be tied to other media advertising channels? Will banners and signages be included in sponsorship, and will they be visible during telecast? We have to be very clear in that. Sometimes you have to keep a record of it and then show to the sponsor. Where the program brochure will be product name appear, will the product name appear, and what is the number or the size of the program advertisements which you are going to give it to that particular sponsor. If the public address system is to be used, will the product's name be mentioned in that? If so, how many times and with what frequency it is going to be printed or given? That should be clarified. Then what will be the location of display booths, if any, like banners or flex boards or signages, if any, and will they be visible in the telecast? That should also be given. You can see the IPL matches or in any of the cricket matches, you can see the banners of various advertisement people which will be covered at the back of them, or in the cinematic dances or something like that, you can see the backdrops which will be kept by them. You have to mention very clearly where you are going to keep their banners, or else it will become a very big issue for the company. Then distribution channel, audience or support. Will wholesalers, retailers or the franchisers participate in that event? For example, if you are going to introduce a new product in the market, your wholesalers or the retailers of a particular brand, I can say you an example, a pen, levitation pen is going to be introduced. A levitation pen, any stationery wholesalers or the franchisors or the retailers are going to come for the show, whether they are going to witness it, that should be clearly mentioned for them, and become aware of the sponsorship advantages and promotion. And then competitive advantage. To ascertain this advantage, you need to use the following questions. In what way is the event unique and distinctive from others? People may be conducting lot of events in your city or in your area, like the same event like cultural festa or some dance competitions or cinematic events, or it may be a fair, a trade fair or a shows, it may be a road show, product launch. But what way is your event is going to be distinct and unique? What is the unique advantage of the event over the competitors? Does it have a USP? Unique selling proposition? Are the sponsors strong, and has the sponsorship has been beneficial? And then do we need multiple sponsors, or do we go by a single sponsor? Depends upon the amount what you are going to spend for the particular event. Depends upon the budget, event budget what we are going to prepare it. You should approach the sponsor. If suppose a particular sponsor or one sponsor is willing to give entire money for the event, and you can just hand over the main stage banner, or for the title sponsors, you can use their own sponsorship for all these events or event activities. Are these sponsors compatible with the event philosophy? you should be very clear in that. Some companies may not know about what is event management, what they are going to do it. They may be blank. It is your duty to explain about it. Then does the event have a first mover advantage over competitors? Is the communication plan, media, signage, advertising uniquely different from competition? That should be shown. People may be keeping banners or something like that, but what way your advertisings which you are going to offer, or what is your communication strategy which you are going to follow, should be clearly explained to the sponsor. Will the competitors be allowed to use similar techniques in their events? You should calculate it, and you must tell to them that if you have any special copyrights or permissions, you should explain about that. Except us, nobody can use this for any other sponsors, any other events. We are having an exclusive right for that. That should be explained. Then this talks about the resource investment requirement. Major part of any event management depends upon this, and the conversation start with the sponsor only with the help of this resource investment requirement. This talks about total cost of sponsorship, what they are going to give you, sponsorship cost and elements such as how the cash, staff, time, administrative requirements, implementation, promotional investment, etc. Check if there is any barter involved. Barter in the sense goods and services given in exchange for going other goods and services, for gaining other goods and services, in the sense that sometimes the sponsor may be willing to sponsor some of the technical support, or they want to get some prizes and they want to distribute to you. So in those cases, you should decide what is the barter system you are going to agree with both of you. Does the event guarantee a minimum level of benefits to the company? Just for the sake of getting an event, please don't give any false hope for the businessmen or the sponsors. That will ruin the business in the long run. Then about event organizations reputation, that is repetition, we call it as the reputation, but I want to call it as repetition, because once you create a reputation, then only they will come again and again. So the goodwill or the reputation what you are going to create, that is most important. Is the event management company is reputed? Every sponsor will ask you the question first time, what about your company? Tell your story about your company. What are all the events you did it? If you are doing any event for the first time or repeatedly you are doing this event, does it have an image with the sponsor company or sponsoring company wants to be associated with? Does the event management company have a proven track record in staging the event or staging the event and other hosting the event or other events? Was the past experience of the sponsoring company is a positive one? Any ill feelings or any black marks or any flaws which you might have been uttered during your last seasons should be openly, explicitly given to the sponsor. You cannot suppress anything. You can just tell your happenings and you can try to pacify them. Then event organization's reputation, it has a check if the AMC, that is event management company, has undistributed control and authority over the activities in sanction. What are the company's potential liabilities and is there insurance? That should also be verified. It is a major part, insurance check must be done. How quick is the event management company in delivering benefits to its sponsors based on past records? You should have a feedback record, you should have a track record, you should have data or database about your past events, how the sponsors were benefited out of it, any testimony about your sponsors. Everything should be clearly tracked as a record and you should show to the sponsor who is going to sponsor the current event. How responsive is the organization staff to sponsors' request? If suppose he is asking for a letter, he is asking for some reference, we should not hesitate to give the reference of our earlier records or for earlier address people or something like that. Is the event organization staff readily accessible? People may be having a habit of switching off their phone or keeping it in silent for hours together when the events are going on, but that should not be there for all the cases. It should be readily available. Some staff should be allocated for communication always, and the event management company should taken care of this. Events characteristics: what kind of event will be held? You should clearly explain to them. The client or the sponsor should have a clear picture about the event, what is going to be the event, when it is going to be happened, and is it the best of its kind? Will this type of event enhance the product image? Will the event be repeated, or will it be once in a time, once in a while? All these details must be clarified. Then entertainment and hospitality opportunities. Will this event provide opportunities for direct sales of the product or related merchandise? People may be sometimes thinking that they are coming for the trade shows, thinking that their products can be sold out very easily with huge lump sum of money, but that cannot be possible. It may be sometimes only exhibitions. You should very clearly explain to them whether it is an exhibition or a trade fair, or it is a stall making, or it is only a supporting event. What is the event you are going to conduct? At that time, you cannot argue with the sponsors. When they are coming to the spot, what are all the specifications they wanted? What is their stall size? What are all the facilities we accepted to give it to them? We should be very clear in that, and we should give all those facilities to them. And will there be celebrities to serve as spokespeople for the product? At what cost? They may be a title sponsor, and they may be giving lot of money or help or sponsorship to us, but you should be very, very cautious in attending those type of sponsors. Are tickets to the event include in the sponsorship? So many times we will get a clash with the client or with the people, those who are sponsoring for us. A small sponsor may be getting 1 or 2 tickets, but he needs 10 or 50 tickets during the event. Sometimes a big sponsor who may be asking for more tickets than what we are offering or what we had written in the contract. Please try to identify, try to accommodate them, and then try to pacify them. How many tickets are used for how many events, and for what activities in the event, and what opportunities will be there. Suppose the event may be for 3 days or 4 days, they may not be given tickets for all the people. They cannot give all the shows, only for certain shows we may be giving it, but specifically you have to clearly mention to them what opportunities will be there for the sponsoring company guest or their team to interact with the celebrity. Thank you very much. I think you might have been get clarified with lot of information about identifying a potential sponsorship. With a small note, I am coming to a conclusion part. Even though we are having running a business, event management business, we are also like a person who is having always humble and polite and tolerable. When we are meeting the sponsors, they will have their own tension, they will have their own problems, they will have their own risk and busyness in the business. We should be very, very polite and humble. Go and meet them, attend them patiently, and get your sponsorship. That is the final note which I would like to conclude. Identify a potential sponsor for your event and rock the events. Thank you very much.